Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. This is the day that the Lord has made. We are rejoicing. We are glad in it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. If you're coming on, joining me live, please do me a quick favor. Hit the like button, hit the share button, tag Lolly Dolly, everybody, and let them know that your boy Ramonepreston, my squad. We are all live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. Today is Thursday, August the 31st, 2023. We are live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. And ladies and gentlemen, you, my friends, are watching the Ramonepreston Show. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. For those of you that don't know, my name is Ramonepreston. I am the host of the Ramonepreston Show every Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time. We show up here live, sharing information with you, giving you the game, showing you how you could take your ideas, your dreams, your desires, package them in the right business structure, and scale them to the next level. So all y'all entrepreneurs out there who looking at what's going on in the economy, you're looking at what's going on in the marketplace, you're looking at what's going on in the workplace, you're looking at what's going on with the banking system, I want you to know, and I want you to hear from a fellow entrepreneur, none of that is going to negatively change what you have the power and the potential to do as an entrepreneur if you are willing to get the right information, put that information to practice consistently over long periods of time, and hopefully I can help be a part of that process and that success that you experience. So again, welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. I'm your host, Ramonepreston. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be talking to you about a very important subject. And this subject is going to be on your highest and best use, your highest and best use. So today's show, I'm going to take some time to talk to you about how to position yourself for highest and best use. Some of you don't even know what that actually means. So hopefully I could give you a little education on what it means when I say highest and best use. That's what we're going to be talking about today. I want to show you how to position yourself for highest and best use. Be sure if you're coming on live on this beautiful Thursday, the last day of August, be sure to put in the comments what city you're watching me from. Please do that. I see you. Royal Rising from my boy CB. Palmdale, California is in his house. Appreciate you. Carlton, good to see you on today. Please put in the comments what city you're watching your boy from. If you are a student, if you are a mentee in any of our educational or coaching programs, be sure to put in the comments who you be. We want to know who you be. I appreciate all of you for trusting me and my team to educate you about business and entrepreneurship and how to take your business to the next level. Appreciate all of you. Today we're talking about how to position yourself for highest and best use. So what does it mean when we say highest and best use? What does this mean? What is highest and best use? Highest and best use is simply where you need to be in your business because that position gives you the highest impact and the best results. Highest and best use is about you waking up every day and making sure that whatever it is that you're doing in your business, it's actually creating the highest impact. It's the best use of your time, of your money, of your resources. Too many entrepreneurs are falling off, giving up, throwing in the towel, dragging. You know, they paused and stalled and they losing themselves because they don't understand the power of highest and best use. And so I'm gonna take a few minutes today to share with you some things that you can do to properly position yourself for highest and best use. I think every entrepreneur wants to be positioned for highest and best use. I don't know an entrepreneur that wakes up any day and says to themselves, well, I don't want to make the highest impact. I don't want to operate at my best. I don't want to be successful. I don't want to make money. Every entrepreneur I know, they wake up with the expectation to make an impact, with the expectation to make some money, with the expectation to help people, to serve the community, and to do a lot of great things. So we want to talk about how to position yourself for highest and best use. All right. How do you position yourself for such? I think that there are many layers to positioning yourself for highest and best use. There are many layers to this. So we're going to get through some of these layers. I think the first layer to highest and best use is the structure of your business. I know I sound like a broken record when I talk about this, but guess what? Until you get it, until the overwhelming majority of entrepreneurs get it, I'm going to keep talking about it, because I know as an entrepreneur, if you are not standing on a solid foundation or a solid business structure, it's only so much you're going to be able to do. You're not going to be able to operate at the highest and best use. So again, if there is a first way to position yourself for highest and best use in your business or as an entrepreneur, that first way would be your structure. That's one of the first layers that you have to take into consideration when it comes to positioning yourself for highest and best use. Now, how does my structure position me for highest and best use? Well, one way, when you have the right business structure, you are not bogged down with all of the itty bitty day-to-day grassroots problems that most entrepreneurs work on. Okay, so let me give an example. As an entrepreneur, you have three positions, let's say, or three choices that you have to make in terms of how you operate inside of your business. So as an entrepreneur, you're going to be a transactor, you're going to be a technician, and you're going to be a transformer. Just going to give you an example, okay? If you're just coming on, remember, we're talking about how to position yourself, of course, as an entrepreneur, how to position yourself for highest and best use. So there are many ways to position yourself for highest and best use. The first way is with your business structure. You got to structure your business right. So many people, they miss this one and they don't structure their business right because they just think they go out and get an LLC, they open up a bank account, they get a domain name, they get a landing page, they do a couple click funnels, and they're going to be off for the races. That's not how you build a long-term sustainable business, especially if you want to be successful. If you want to build a long-term sustainable business, you really have to be very methodical and strategic about your structure. Why? Because when you set the structure of your business up the right way, these three roles or positions you're going to have inside your business are going to determine the highest and best use of your time, of your money, of your skill set, of your energy. So again, every entrepreneur who starts a business, they're operating in one, two, or maybe all three of these roles. All right, you're either operating as a transactor. Okay, a transactor. What is a transactor? That's somebody who just wakes up every day. You go out into the marketplace and you just grinding. You just making transactions. You just trying to do what you need to do to eat today. You just want to make a sale for the day. All right. Most entrepreneurs are on the transactor level. So they start this whole business, but they way down here in terms of their business structure. All they trying to do is make a transaction. Then you got some entrepreneurs who are technicians. They're technicians where they don't really care. They know they got to make a sale. They know they got to market. They know they got to get attention. They know they got to do business. They got to interact with people, but they don't really want to do that. We have some technician entrepreneurs and business owners who just want to do the thing that they do well. So for example, if you are a web designer, you might not want to have to go set up appointments and talk to people and sell them and put a script together, market your business. You may just want to be in front of a computer and do the designing, right? Or whatever the things are that you offer in terms of products and services. But being a technician is not going to be the highest and best use of your time and of your role inside of your business, even though you got to do that. But then you got some business owners who set up their business structures and they become transformers, meaning that they understand that they have to make transactions to make money. They understand that they have to be technicians to actually check the box of providing the service that they say they're going to provide, or delivering the product that they say they're going to deliver. But they also have to be transformers in that they assume the highest and best use of their time by always pushing that business to the future, always maintaining a certain level of momentum for that business so that they never lose their ability to exist. I hope I'm making sense. As a matter of fact, I would love to know an honest answer from those of you that are watching today. Out of these three personalities, out of these three types of roles in a business, which one do you think you are the most? Which one do you think you are the most? Are you the transformer? Are you the are you the transformer? Are you the technician, or are you the transactor? I would love to know that. So please put in the comments, just let me know, as an entrepreneur and small business owner, which one of these do you think you are the most? Are you the transformer? Are you the one that's always thinking about the future? Because you got to learn to be all three, but it has to become like a hybrid version of all three. So that means, yes, you got to be a transactor because you got to be willing and able to show up every day and be responsible for transactions. You got to be responsible for deals getting done, sales being made, conversions, right? But you also got to be responsible to make sure that the product and the service that's being offered is a good product and service, that you delivering on your promise, and that whatever the expectation of the customer and client is, you meeting that expectation as a business owner. But then you got to be a transformer. You got to be the person that keep pushing people into the future. You got to keep envisioning what the next move is. You got to look at where we at right now, economically and culturally and socially and religiously and politically. And you got to see all this as an opportunity. If you are a business owner, you should not be pessimistic about what's going on. Man, the world going to hell in a handbasket. Man, everything's shutting down. Man, ain't nobody doing business. That's not the truth. You shouldn't be thinking like that. What you should be thinking like is a transformer, someone who sees into the future, someone who understands that, wow, if I can stack up enough transaction wins and technically offer the best product and service and provide it at the highest level, and if I can keep pushing everybody that I come into contact with into the future with what I see happening, guess what? My highest and best use is going to make an impact. All right. So I want you to put in the comments, out of these three, which one do you think you are the most right now? CB Enterprises in our chat says, I believe I'm a transformer, but I also believe I can get stuck in one department of all three at any time, which causes slow motion, but it's for show motion. In my belief, but I'm not a millionaire yet. I love that. I love that. Thank you for your response, number one. CB is one of our students. He's been a student in our Millionaire Blueprint for some time, and he told me last week when we talked over the phone briefly that he was planning and preparing to join our mentorship program, which I hope you do, my brother. But these are the three. These are the three personalities, characteristics, activities, operations, or roles within the structure. If you're coming on, joining me live, I'm talking about how to position yourself for highest and best use as an entrepreneur. Every entrepreneur has to position themselves for highest and best use. You got to be able to get the most out of yourself. You can't spread yourself so thin because you're doing so many things that are below your highest and best use. That's not how you want it to be. You want your highest and best use to be in operation every day, and you want to be able to see the results that your highest and best use gets. And as I said, when you think about highest and best use, I want you to think about in your business, when you structure it, this is one of the ways that you properly position yourself for highest and best use. One of the ways that you position yourself is by making sure you got the right business structure. This is why I teach and talk so much about holding companies. So all of you might not know this, but for those of you that don't, let me share something with you. 31 days ago, on August the 1st, we officially launched a new business venture called RP Capital. This is our real estate investment and asset management firm that we are like 100% running and owning by ourselves. This is a Black-owned, faith-based, real estate investment and asset management company. And I'm so proud of what my wife and I and our team have been able to do up to this point. But I'm making a point here where we set out a month ago to start this business, and we've been transacting, we've been doing the technical side, and we've been focusing on the transformational side, because a lot of what you do in real estate is long term. It's a long game, right? So my point is a lot of people that we've been talking with, a lot of groups and circles that we've been in just this month, not prior to this month, but just this month, as owners of a real estate investment and asset management firm. A lot of these people that we've talked to, investors and people who are already in real estate, a lot of them don't even understand holding companies. They don't understand business structures. They just know real estate. They know what they want to do, whether they're wholesalers, flippers, or buy and hold investors, whatever they do in real estate, but they don't understand the business structure side of it. And I think that's a disadvantage for those who don't know that. Because somebody like me, even though I'm just getting into being an independent investor and asset manager through our company, I understand the business structure side, so it gives me a lot of leverage. It gives me financial leverage because I got a real business that's already structured, that's making money. It gives me operational leverage because now a lot of the things that we're doing in real estate, we're just integrating into a system with processes that we already have put together. So whether that's CRMs, whether that's project management software, whether it's us tracking activities, my team can get integrated in this new business venture a little easier because we already have a business structure set up, okay? So again, when you think about highest and best use, I've got to say your structure is by far the most important, okay? So let me just write it over here, highest and best use. Okay, highest and best use. So we're talking about how to position yourself for highest and best use as an entrepreneur. I think the first way to position yourself is to make sure that you have your business structured correctly. You want to do that, especially if you have goals in the future to invest, you have goals to acquire other businesses, to expand. You want to already have your business structure set up. And we always go with the holding company. This is the holding company. This is where you stand on top of the holding company, and you have your operating companies or subsidiaries under it. That should be your structure. So the structure, I would say, is one of the most important components to positioning yourself for highest and best use. Because again, if you are positioned in a business and all you do is transact, if all you're doing is operating as a transactor, you're going to limit your impact. You're going to limit the results that you get in your business. You most likely going to burn yourself out. If you run in a business and you're just a technician, meaning that you good at the thing you do. You know your product, you know your service, you know how to paint good, you know how to design well, you are awesome assistant or whatever the business is that you have. If you're a technician, you still gonna be limited. You have to learn to position yourself for highest and best use, really with a hybrid version of all three, but more importantly, a transformer. And a transformer is going to stand at the top of a business infrastructure. A transformer is not going to be sitting at the bottom, scrapping out every day trying to make a sale, or stuck doing a thing that they do well just to check the box of providing a service. They're going to be standing at the top of the mountain as transformers, making sure the technical side of business is being done. They're going to be making sure transactions are being made, but they ain't coming off their square. That's the most important thing that I want you to understand. As an entrepreneur, when you set your structure up the right way, don't come off that square, all right? So this is one of the most important ways to position yourself for highest and best use as an entrepreneur. That structure, okay? What would be another way? Well, I would say systems. You gotta have systems if you're going to operate at your highest and best use. You gotta have systems. Now, what do I mean by systems? I'm gonna simplify it. What I mean by systems is you need to have platforms that house information to track all the day-to-day activities of your sales, your marketing, your administrative activities, your financial activities, and even your executive activities. Those are like my top 5 corporate systems that I tell all my students to work on building out in their business structure. Because think about it, once you start putting entities together, once you start having a whole lot of things going on in your business, you're gonna have to figure out how to manage the day-to-day operations of all these multiple things you got going on in your business. So you got a clothing line, you got an accessory line, you do hair on the side, you paint from time to time, you wanna invest in real estate, you looking at crypto, you in the stock market, you got 8 or 9 things going on that you wanna have active under your business structure. Guess what? You gonna need systems, because now you gotta figure out where is my time and my energy being deployed to the most, and is that time and energy my highest and best use? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Because if you put systems in place and your systems are tracking your sales, your marketing, your administrative activities, your financial activities, and even your executive activities, if you have some platforms put together that's tracking this data, it's easy for you to take some time out every week, even if it's just once a week, and look at all these activities to see, am I operating at my highest and best use? Because let's say, for example, if I show up every day to my business and all my time is being spent having meetings with my team as an executive, or, looking through my books and updating my financial accounts, or I'm doing administrative work, tweaking my back office and making sure my letterhead and my logos and stuff are good. If I'm spending all my time doing that, right, but I'm not putting enough time in marketing so I can make sales, then I'm not operating at my highest and best use. I'm going to have to come off of those things and either deploy them to other people or just wait until I come back around and go make some money. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? A lot of entrepreneurs, they are not operating at highest and best use because they doing everything else than what they're supposed to be doing. When I walked through the door this morning and my administrator was telling me about somebody that she talked to who is a potential client, and she explained to me what they had going on and that they wanted to schedule a session with me, I already knew what their problem was. I haven't even sat down with them. I haven't even had a conversation with them, but I know what their problem is. She just gave me a few pieces of data. My administrator gave me a few pieces of data, and I'm listening to the few pieces of data that she wrote down on a paper to give me a overview on, even before we schedule an appointment with this person. And I'm thinking, I already know what their problem is. They are standing on certain squares within these 5 that they shouldn't be standing on. They focusing on everything except marketing and sales. So that's not highest and best use. That's not highest and best use. Like yesterday. Yesterday, I didn't even make it to the office. Like literally, my day starts before the sun get up. And I had some marketing responsibilities that I had to handle yesterday. Things that I just had to do for some mass marketing that we have going on across our organization. This marketing can pay. This marketing is so important that I know it can pay me and make me and my company millions of dollars. I can't even say hundreds of thousands. Definitely hundreds of thousands this year, right? Millions within the next 3 to 5 years. So guess what I had to do? I had to literally take all day yesterday. When I logged into one of my platform accounts yesterday morning, it was probably about 6 o'clock in the morning. I did not shut my computer down last night. Of course, I had times where I stopped for lunch and bathe and all that stuff and had to make a couple runs, but I'm just showing you. Last night, I didn't retire from my marketing responsibilities that started at 6 o'clock yesterday morning until like 11 something last night. So we're talking about what? 17, 18 hours I spent yesterday, and it was all on marketing. Now, here's the thing. Even though I took all day yesterday to market, guess where my team was yesterday? My team was here. They were making transactions. They were doing technical work. They were pushing the vision. They were making money. They were doing what they needed to do. But they knew because they know me enough to know when I'm out of pocket, I'm either selling, I'm on some deals that I'm making money and selling, or I gotta be marketing. Very rarely am I gonna spend too much time on these other than the financial side. When I'm doing my taxes, working with my tax strategist, like forecasting into the future, it could get me thrown off. But when I'm not showing up in the office and I'm gone a whole day, they already know. It's either a whole lot of financial stuff he got going on or it's sales and marketing. You got to understand this because this is the highest and best use of my time because it gives me and my team and our company more at-bats to get to where we want to go. So structure would be the one thing that you need to use to position yourself for highest and best use. Systems would be the other thing that you would need to use to position yourself for highest and best use. And if there was a number 3 that I would give you today before I go, I would have to say it would be, and I'm going to keep it consistent with my S's. So I'm going to say staff. I'm going to say staff. You got to start working with people. Okay? Now, I use the word staff a little loosely. Okay? I'm not going to box the word staff in just to describe the people that you hire or you pay to work with you. Okay? Or to work for you necessarily as employees. Because staff members can be employees. This can be employees. This can be VAs, virtual assistants. But this can also be mentors. Like, I want you to understand something. Even when you're not in a financial position to hire an employee, a staff employee or to hire a virtual assistant, you have to carve out a budget to hire a mentor. You have to carve out a budget to hire a mentor. You have to. You have to. Like when we decided that we were going to officially launch our real estate investment and asset management company 31 days ago, officially on August the 1st, guess what? I had to pay not my staff, not my employees, not a virtual assistant, but I had to pay my mentors. I had to pay my business mentor. I had to pay mentors who help me. These are attorneys. I've got attorneys that are some of my mentors. I've got CPAs that are my mentors. I got to pay them to get information from them, to have meetings and sessions and sit downs with them so that I can know whatever it is that I'm doing is going to be my highest and best use in my new business as well as in my existing business. So if you want to properly position yourself for the highest and best use of your time, your energy, your resources, so you could get the most results as an entrepreneur and make the most money, the way to position yourself for highest and best use is to make sure you got your structure right, to make sure that you got your systems right, and then to make sure that you have staff. I'm not talking about employees and virtual assistants because you might not be able to hire them initially. You may need to pay for mentors to work for you. Because when you pay a mentor, that mentor is actually working for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? That mentor is working for you. So if you're watching this live today, Thursday, August the 31st, I want to extend an invitation for you to join me in 2 days, this upcoming Saturday, Labor Day weekend, September the 2nd, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., I'm hosting a one-day private virtual live business boot camp. During this 6-hour training, I'm going to be teaching you the concepts, the principles, the strategies for how to start and structure holding companies. This is what you're going to learn. I'm going to teach you about asset management. Man, my pen is acting up. I think I got to buy some new pens. That pen is starting to act up on me a little bit. That's what technology does. Asset management. I'm going to be teaching you about creative tax strategies. And I'm going to be teaching you about operational systems. So this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., I'm hosting a business boot camp. It's a live virtual event. If you can't stay with me the whole time from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., guess what? You can always come back, log into your account, and inside your dashboard, you're going to see the replay, okay? So we are extending a VIP ticket for you to join me this Saturday. During my business boot camp, I'll be covering these 4 topics. I'll be answering your questions on these 4, and I'm going to literally lay out for you all the strategies you need on how to start and structure holding companies, how to file and form your paperwork, how to manage the day-to-day operations of a complex entity like this. How do you use a holding company structure to leverage for business funding with banks, for investing, for asset management. We're going to be talking about asset management. I'm going to show you at least 30 different assets that you can accumulate, integrate into your business so that you can increase your net worth. Like a lot of entrepreneurs don't understand how you can use a holding company with multiple entities. You can take assets, accumulate them, integrate them into this structure, and you can automatically increase your net worth, your enterprise value, and your purchasing power. That can help you tremendously. We're going to be talking about tax strategies. I'm going to show you how to minimize your taxes, maximize your deductions, and really use creative tax strategies to give yourself more runway throughout the year. So a lot of times what people do when it comes to creative tax strategies is they either participate in non-taxable events where they get depreciation and they don't pay taxes on certain things that they invest in, or they are taxable events, but they do it in ways where they kick the can down the road further enough so that they don't pay taxes for this year. It may roll over into next year, but it gives them time to make more money and to create more non-taxable opportunities. We're going to be talking about operational systems, because you need a general operating system. You need to be able to track all the activities of your business for your sales, your marketing, your finances, your administrative activities, and your executive activities. So we'll be doing a deep dive into this, okay? And guess what? Guess what? I'm also going to give you 1 year unlimited access to 4 training programs on these 4 topics. So what's going to happen is you're going to get a VIP ticket to join me live this Saturday. And for 6 hours, I'm doing a deep dive on these 4 topics. I'm answering questions. I'm sharing with you all the ins and outs, everything I know. And I use these 4 business concepts and principles in my own business. So I know they work. At least they work for me and for a lot of my students and clients that I personally know and work with. But I'm also going to give you 1 year unlimited access to these 4 courses. So for 1 year, you're going to have access to 4 training programs that you can learn about these 4 concepts. These 4 training programs are full of videos, walkthrough tutorials, documents, forms, everything you need to become amazing at utilizing these concepts in your business. So you want to take me up on the offer. We are extending this offer for $97. So for $97, you get 1 VIP ticket to my boot camp this Saturday, and you get 1 year unlimited access to these 4 training courses. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to look inside the comments. You should see a number. My team, these are my Millionaire concierges. They work here. They're going to put their number inside of the comments. All you have to do is text boot camp. Text boot camp. Just text the word boot camp to the number you see inside of the comments. And when you text the word boot camp to that number, someone is going to reach back out to you, and we can either process that $97 payment over the phone. If you're not comfortable with that, we could send you a safe and secure QuickBooks invoice from our company. And once you pay it, we're going to onboard you to our business bootcamp bundle. That's what you're going to be onboarded to. It's called a business bootcamp bundle. All right. And inside of that business bootcamp bundle, there's going to be 5 modules. There's going to be 5 modules inside that business bootcamp bundle. One of those modules is going to be for the link that you're going to access the bootcamp this Saturday. So you'll log into Ramonepreston University, look on your dashboard inside the business bootcamp bundle, and one of those 5 modules is going to be your access to the live virtual boot camp. That's where you will click and join us live and have access. That's also where you'll come back after this Saturday, and for the year that you have access to this bundle, you will see the replay available after this Saturday. The other 4 modules that you're going to see inside the business boot camp bundle will be the training programs on all 4 of these. So there's going to be 1 module on starting and structuring holding companies, another one on asset management, another one on creative tax strategies, and another one on corporate systems and processes. So you get those 5 modules for 1 year. One of them includes a VIP ticket to this Saturday inside of our business bootcamp bundle for $97. So just look in the comments. Look in the comments. You will see a number. Text bootcamp to that number so that you could take advantage of this $97 offer. All right? CB Enterprises said, they've been working for me because I'm working it. I fell off, but know everything I need is in my dashboard. Come on, bro. That's right. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining the show today. I hope that you learned something valuable about how to position yourself for highest and best use within your business. That was actually a good lesson, y'all. That was a real good lesson. This is what we talked about for highest and best use. How do you position yourself for highest and best use? Well, number one, you have to have the right structure, because inside of your business structure, you're going to be a transactor, a technician, or a transformer, and you should at some point be a hybrid of all three. The second way to position yourself for highest and best use is through systems. You want to create a general operating system so that you can track all the day-to-day activities and measure the metrics of your sales, marketing, administration, financial, and executive operations, because that's going to help you understand where are you operating at highest and best use at, okay? And then number three, you need staff. Staff is not just employees and virtual assistants. Staff can maybe having a mentor who can help you cross over from where you're stuck at. Like, you have no idea how valuable mentorship is if you've never had a mentor and paid the mentor to mentor you. You have no idea. Like me and my wife, even before we really understood mentorship the way we do now, we understood, because we're Christian believers, we're ministers, so we always, as Christians, at least me and my wife, for some reason, I know my wife did, even when we got married, we were always givers. So we believe we always pay our tithes, we give offerings, we sow seed. Those are all different things that me and my wife have always done. We've always paid our tithes, always. There's never been a time me and my wife, we didn't obey God to pay our tithes to our pastor. We give offerings to our church, to our pastor, to other churches, to other people. But then we also sow seeds. We've always done this. There was a time me and my wife, we used to set aside a certain amount of money in addition to our tithes and offering. Before we started our business, before we started any type of business, there was a time me and my wife, we would set aside a certain dollar amount every month, and we would break it up into 5. There were 5 areas that me and my wife, we wanted to sow into. And we literally had 5 different ministries that we sold into, 5 different ministers that we sold into. We became partners of their ministry, sowing every month into their ministry. And I remember, like, we didn't see things happen overnight, but over time we started seeing a change. Now, my point in bringing that up is because we sow so much, we give people so much. When we sow and give into leadership and in business, when we sow and give into mentors, it keeps our attention because we paying, right? We giving. So in ministry and in church, it's not like you paying, you sowing, but in business, you paying. But my wife and I, because we came from a ministry mindset of sowing into people and paying our tithes and giving our offerings, when we started connecting with mentors and paying people, and it was thousands of dollars we had to pay, we was like, we understand this concept. We know God's going to bless us, and we know we're going to get something from it. So I'm just saying to all y'all, your structure, your systems, your staff, this is going to be critical to how you position yourself for highest and best use. So if you want to take advantage of a $1,000 program, like this program, this business bootcamp bundle, it's a $1,000 program. You get a VIP ticket to my upcoming bootcamp Saturday, 1-day deep dive. You're going to get access to the replay for a whole year. But then I'm going to give you these 4 programs so that you can start training on. If you train on these, you're going to know exactly how to start your own LLCs, your own holding companies, how to manage them, how to draft the paperwork. You're going to learn about asset management. You're going to learn about tax strategies and systems and processes. You will be a business beast just with this program. $97. All you have to do is text bootcamp to the number you see in the comments. That's all you got to do is text bootcamp to that number. You are $97 away from learning some things that you probably never thought of, but some things that could literally make you a six-figure earner within the first 12 months of getting this information. I know it. I've seen it happen for me and for a lot of people that I've worked with. I ain't new to this, y'all. I'm true to this. I've been around the block a long time. And what I'm saying to you, I've seen it play out many, many times over. So appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all for joining the show on this beautiful Thursday. Tomorrow we'll be back here Friday. It'll be September the 1st, Labor Day weekend. A lot of people are checking out, getting ready to hang out. Don't you do that. You better roll up your sleeves and figure out how can I push the envelope this weekend to get a little further ahead than most of the world. I'm definitely going to be doing it, and I want you to be right there with me. So love you. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining the show today. We'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time, 12 o'clock noon. What's up, Bailey? I love you, girl. Appreciate you. Right here on the Ramone.